So welcome to the Sydney Scenic Trails series.
Thank you.
Today I'm with Mick Foster, who is a trail runner, ultra trail runner, who's been running for, well, I'll let him tell his story. And I know Mick through Trailblazers. I think I'm advertising Stellar Art. We're just having a little picnic. We're down at Little Manly Point. It's a shame you can't see the view, but the sun was out. It's going down now, but it's a beautiful place to be. So I'm interviewing Mick because he has been a great influence to many people. As you can see, Mick is a few years older than myself. So, but Mick is also. I ran with you. Probably the first time was, we went around the trails in St Ives and where I first met you, but
That's
we
right.
also went up to the Blue Mountains and did a run with a jet and a few others, and it was 35k up in the Blue Mountains, and I think it was about it was over 30 degrees. It was between Christmas and New Year, and so it was bloody hot. And I remember as we got to the end, well, not even the end, but the end was what blew me away, is that I'd been running with you two guys, you and Adet, and as we came up from Wentworth Falls, so we weren't that far from the end, but I didn't know that because I hadn't done it before, and I couldn't see you gone. And I had to walk, and I was like, oh my god, this is killing me. How does a guy this age go that fast and just keep doing this? And from that day I said, right, I hope that I'm going to be like that when I'm, can I ask your age?
69 next week.
69 next week.
Yeah, can you say happy
Wow.
birthday?
Yes. So, so first of all, before we get into the age thing, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and when you started running and why you started running? Why do we run?
Yeah. Okay, so, well, a little bit about myself, just pretty normal. Live here in beautiful Little Manly, and got 4 kids and now 7 grandkids. So
Wow, 7 grand.
yeah, so it's plenty going on in the family side. And I suppose going back to when I took up running, it was really when I had the time, because it does eat a lot out of your free time. And I suppose once the kids were independent, I was able then to devote the time to it that it needs. And the catalyst was I was playing soccer, and one of the guys I was playing with, he said, if you want to keep fit,
Okay.
come running.
Right.
And I thought I could run. Midfielder, running around, an hour and a half, pretty well non-stop. I thought I could run, but then I joined NRG, Northside Running Group, up there at Crow's Nest, and I was hopeless. They were runners.
So how long were you running for with NRG? What distances?
Their Saturday runs, which is what I do, would be from 12 to 16.
Yeah.
So I could manage that, then come home knackered.
Yeah. So it's completely different than running around a field.
Oh, absolutely.
Playing soccer.
Yeah, the continuous one, and
Yeah.
then of course
Yeah.
they are trail runners, and they love
Yeah.
hills.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, which you don't do in
normally
football.
things are hills,
Yeah.
you walk backwards, you go no,
Yeah.
find another way.
Okay.
So they're just a wonderful group of people, and still
So with them.
run with them and join in the events, but not so much now, because I find going over Military Road to go for a run, it's like,
Yeah.
I just don't want to do that.
No, for those of you who will be listening to this from anywhere else but Sydney, Military Road is probably one of the worst roads in Sydney. It always comes to a standstill. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah.
So once I got into that group, they drag you along with their enthusiasm, and just infectious. And they were training for something called the 6 foot track,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That sounds all right. And, it was one of the worst days of my life. Doing that. That was my first marathon. I'd never done a marathon before that.
Wow, so that's
Done
a
a half
marathon trail.
Yeah, it turned out to be a
So
marathon
which
trail.
is
Yeah,
completely different than a
Yeah.
road marathon. It's
Yeah.
similar distance, but a trail
fully-
run, hills and
yeah,
all
some
sorts.
pretty steep
Yeah.
hills. Yeah, and so just severe bout of cramp after
Oh.
severe bout of cramp, and then
yeah.
and then the downhill, which really kills your
Yeah.
calves. If
Oh
you remember
god,
that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, so I hated it so much. I said I'd never go back. And although I remained with the club, it was 9 years before I
Oh really?
attempted it again.
Wow.
But this time with more training.
Yeah.
And hey.
So what made you go back
I'm
to it?
enjoying this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the constant. Everyone was
Everyone's
doing
doing
it, and
it.
I was backing out, and I'd do the training with the teams.
Okay.
But I'd always back out, and so eventually I did it, and it was great.
Yeah.
Fun.
It is. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Yeah. It is.
So and yeah, from then on, people. I don't know. I was setting my own goals at a level I thought I could not go past.
Okay.
And then
yeah.
other people were saying, no, that's not a limit.
Yeah.
This is a limit.
Yeah.
And so no, it's just the people you run with, their enthusiasm for you, just drags you on.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
And,
it is.
and you want to do it.
It's
you
infectious.
want to do it with them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's social.
It is.
It's
That's right.
challenging,
Yeah.
and you just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've got to stay social with them afterwards, because you can't talk to anyone else about running. You can't talk to your wife about running.
Don't tell my wife that.
The level of interest is 10 seconds.
Yes.
I think maybe
Yes.
9.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You have
but
to be there.
you can talk to anyone
Yeah.
who's done the pluviometer about the hill or going down it, and everyone knows. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a
know what
bond.
you mean.
It's an
Yes,
point
it
of
is.
interest.
Yeah. So when let's take it a bit further, probably. When did you do your first ultra?
Yeah,
type
I'd
of
heard
one?
of this thing called the North Face.
Oh,
And,
yes, North Face, yeah.
Just 100 just never even occurred to me. But there was a 50. They introduced the 50 one year, and I put my name down. So that was the first 50.
Right.
And again, it was just brilliant.
Yeah.
Just really enjoyed the day.
50 kilometres in the Blue Mountains.
Yeah, and no, you finish with just a great.
Yeah.
If you've run it, you know how great
Runners
the finish
high,
is.
and you just everybody's there to cheer you on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is. It's kind of what. It's kind of one of the reasons you do it, isn't it? I mean, we're going on a 36 tomorrow, and I cramped up last week on my 30. It's the longest I've done after my 100 from May,
Right,
and I don't get cramps usually.
right, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what's going on. I still don't know what's going on, but I'm doing again this weekend. This is more of a social run with Trailblazers, and I'm just, even though I know I'm going to enjoy the run, you just when you're finished and you all get to the pub and it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that
That's
was
right.
great,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
chat about it.
It's
and,
right, yeah.
yeah. It's great.
No,
You
we did a
look
run
forward to it.
together, and we all ended up at Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
in the
yes.
Brooklyn Hotel,
yes.
and again, it's
Oh,
the
yeah,
same thing,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone eventually
Yeah, that
arrives,
was-
and
yeah,
yeah.
it's great. Yeah, It's
congratulate
really good,
everyone
yeah.
who's made it.
Yeah. All right. So that was the 50k. So when did you get to the
No, I did that maybe
Yeah.
5 years on the trot,
right?
and it was just no other thought than that, and then it was just I think maybe the Trailblazers people in that, come on, they're doing it, and
Yeah.
okay, put my name down, and that was the only way I was going to do it, not buy a ticket later, was to put my name
Yeah.
down, and then I'm in. I think it was before that, when I was doing my 50k training, I would go on the training for the 100k.
Yeah. Right.
And so out of a group of 20 people, 18 would be doing the 100,
Right,
and there'd
yeah.
be 2 of us doing the 50. And people are saying, come on, you can do it. Just-
And they know you can do it,
yeah,
and then you get it into your head that
Yeah.
yes, you can do it. Once you get over that mental hurdle,
yeah.
you can do
It
it.
is,
innit?
yeah.
Like you say,
Mind you, I didn't get over to the mental hurdle until halfway through the race.
Oh, yeah.
So once I got past the 50,
oh, right.
I knew I was going to finish.
Okay.
But up until
Yeah.
that point, it was...
Well, just entering the race is one of the
Oh,
biggest
it is.
hurdles.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can enter a race, I mean, we've got friends
Yeah.
who who've entered the 100 milers and they don't finish, but
Mm-hmm.
just to put yourself, knowing you're going to attempt it,
Yeah.
it's massive.
Yeah. It is.
You know, it doesn't matter if you don't finish. It's just getting there and doing it and going for it.
Yeah. It kind of does matter if you don't
Yeah.
finish.
Huh?
I
Well,
think it does. That's what I've always felt. And then I was running for the GNW 100 kilometres,
Yeah.
and this guy had entered for the 100 milers, and he'd never done the marathon. But his friends were entering the miler, and so he said, I want to do what they're doing.
Oh my God.
And as he said, what's the worst going to happen?
Yeah.
I don't finish.
Exactly.
Whereas
Yeah.
to me, that was like, oh no, just don't let that happen. You know, even at 80k, can I do it? And it's like,
Oh, yes,
and
yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
you know, and it's that different mindset that,
Yeah.
so what?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah. So that's the 100k.
Mm-hmm.
So you run every week. You
Yes,
obviously keep fit. I mean,
because of the NRG
Yeah.
history, Saturday is my running day.
right.
And so I would run during the week,
Yeah.
but you know, 10k or 15k. But then Saturday would try and be
A
a
longer.
25,
Yeah.
30k kind of
Yeah.
run.
So have you got any? Probably ask this at the end, but I'll ask you now. Something to my head. Advice for everybody, because there's so many people who want to run, don't. They're young people, older people. There's people. I mean, one of the biggest excuses: no, I'm too old. I'm over it. I can't. I mean, you must have been. How old are you when you started running?
55.
55. So
Yeah.
mixed up. I'm 50. I started 47. A lot of the people in our group, I think it's a midlife crisis sort of thing. You know, you I saw a photo of myself and thought, need to do something about that. And then the running came after that.
Right.
But there's a lot of people who just think, well, life's passing me by. By the time I'm in retirement, what am I going to be doing? Just hobbling around. I don't know. Do I have to get? Well, you don't know, do you?
No.
So, but
Yeah.
if you start running and keeping fit,
Yeah.
you do know.
Yeah,
And you carry on and you carry on. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
right.
suppose you have any intentions of stopping.
No, I did take a break for a holiday, and coming back is so hard that that's it.
But you can
No
still
more
go out and do
holidays.
a 5k run, a 10k
Yeah.
run. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
even a walk. You know,
Yeah,
a brisk walk for 10 kilometers or something.
Yeah.
Is, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? As long as you're
No.
getting out there, and the whole point is to do something. But to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, I take some tourists on a bit of a run around Sydney,
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
and one of the guys I was lucky to take is an author. He's a lecturer, a university lecturer, but he also wrote a book called Running Hot and Cold.
Right.
Kind of like water, but you know,
Yeah.
he used it for that. And he said that there was one day when he was taking one of his children up to bed, and he could hardly make it to the top of the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said, I've got to do something about this. So he just started slowly, just bought a pair of shoes
Yeah.
and said he was running. And he says in his book, I mean, running is only having 1 foot off or 2 feet
Yeah.
off the ground, not having 1 foot on the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
And that's the simplest definition of running.
Yeah.
And just do it.
Yeah.
And he's now done something like 500 park runs.
Yeah.
So, and there's another simple thing
Yeah.
you can do. It's set up every week. It's free.
And
And it's a family occasion, and you get
it's 5 kilometers.
5 kilometers.
5 kilometers.
Yeah.
Right. So you,
Timed run.
and, you know,
and,
somebody fast do that in 20 minutes. Somebody slow can do it in an hour.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this guy is 70 now, over 70, and he has now run on every continent in the world,
Oh wow.
including
Yeah.
Antarctica. He was here in Australia to do the Outback Marathon,
Wow.
and he
Yeah.
just said, that's what I want to do,
Yeah.
and he just
that's
really
it.
loves it.
It's all up here. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is a shame that more older people, I suppose that's my perspective,
Yeah.
don't do it. And I think it was that comment that you made that I can't do it,
Can't. Yeah.
and my knees won't do it. And there was someone on the radio this week talking about how surgery is probably the last thing you should do, and maybe the least effective. There's so many physical,
Yeah.
physio, or even just general health things that you can
Yeah.
do to improve your condition for running, including your knees. and start.
Yeah.
Start slowly.
Just do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't injure yourself the first
No.
week, but
Don't go
just
and do a
enable
marathon.
yourself to keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
And have a goal out there.
That's
And,
why I said, yeah.
Yeah.
And just be careful though. You will be getting addicted.
That's right. Yeah.
It is
Before you know it,
addictive.
yeah, you will be in the
Yeah.
Blue Mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful though, isn't
Yeah,
it? That's
it
another.
is, yeah.
It's not just with you got your friends, people you run with. It's beautiful around here on the northern beaches, and then you go to the Blue Mountains, and then you go to Mont Blanc in France, and
Yeah.
it's just endless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in the holiday
Yeah.
I was on, we were running in the Sierra Nevada in Spain. So it's just the lower Sierra Nevada because they're the ski slopes, and the snow was still up there.
All right.
And just running around those gorges,
Yeah.
just wonderful.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah, you will be addicted.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
But it's a good addiction.
It is.
You know, beats smoking, beats eating too much. Although, the more you
Yeah.
run, you can eat as much. You
You
can
can,
eat
actually.
more.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a chip.
Oh, thank you. See, we can eat these because we run. So, what's next? Any goals, or you just? I mean, I suppose get fit again after going around Europe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But any you're going to be doing UTA next year?
I don't know
Don't know.
on that respect. No. I have done it quite a number of years. Last year, year before that, and year before that, I think. And I have a problem because it conflicts with my wedding anniversary, which is May the 17th, and so every
Every
year
year.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
is it an issue? And so I think maybe one year I've got to like say, okay, maybe not this year. So I'll just leave that there.
Yeah.
If you see me out there.
Well, I'm going to leave it till last minute to join anyway. It's just,
All right.
Just that. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I want to try and.
All right.
I want to beat my time by an hour. That's my goal this
All
next
right.
year. But I still want to enjoy it. You know, it's like pushing yourself. But
So what was your time?
16:48.
Just an hour?
48. Yeah. Well,
Just an hour?
Oh, no, you start. I got the restaurant going. No,
Yeah.
you can get a silver buckle.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
everyone, a bronze buckle you get for participating and getting under 20 hours. You get under 14 hours, you get a silver buckle.
You do.
We'll see.
I've seen them. I've seen them.
Yeah. Well, we've got the guys in our group,
Yeah.
Warren and Colin and Elisa,
Oh yeah.
and then
Yeah.
there's Brooke and Nikki and
Yeah.
the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one day, but it's a challenge, but it's also something to enjoy.
Mhm.
You know, I push myself too hard sometimes, and you get those little niggly injuries.
Mhm.
And I suppose the older you get, the more you've got to take care of yourself.
Mhm.
But the thing I find is that the fact I've started so late is the whole knee reconstruction thing like that. I've not got a problem with because
Yeah.
I didn't do
That's right. Yeah.
this sort of sports
You
when I
didn't
was
grind
younger.
yourself into the
No.
ground. No.
So my knees are freshish.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I still get a
Ish.
few. I get the ligaments and things like that, but that's usually because I maybe don't do it for a while and then I go too hard, or I'll go too long. But that's my issue.
know,
You know.
yeah.
Well, that's another. It's
It's always good to have confidence in your ability.
Yes.
The fact that
but-
your ability doesn't live up to your confidence.
Yeah.
You learn to live
no,
with.
you do, and you you try and learn to not push yourself too hard.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, okay, well, it's great to talk to you.
Thanks, Steve.
Have you got any? Can you tell everybody any funny stories? Anything it can be trail running, it can be anything really. But have you got anything that's like just crazy that's happened to you over the years? There must be something
No,
that you can
not
think
really. You
of.
should have prepared me for this. Steve, throwing questions like that. Yeah, no, I'd say that one of the things that stands out is running on my own in the Blue Mountains and coming across just wildlife.
Yes.
You come across, I mean, unfortunately, foxes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I can remember one time running along, and this thing just didn't move. Maybe I was so slow he thought I wasn't actually moving. But I got within meters of it
So what
before
was
it
it?
scampered.
A
A fox that scampered off into the bush. Then you've got the wallabies all the time, and the
Yeah.
lyrebirds when you get
Yeah.
down to the Mount
Yeah.
Ku-ring-Gai,
Yeah.
Barara area. It's just
Yeah,
wonderful when
it's
you get out
amazing,
there.
isn't it?
Just the quietness,
Yeah.
and then you see
Yeah.
great things. Yeah, so sorry, no funny anecdotes for that don't involve you.
Oh yeah, we've got a few, haven't we? Yeah. So yeah. Well, I remember that day in the Blue Mountains. So we got up to the top of Wentworth Falls. So there was a big group of us, and everybody's at different levels, and no matter how long they've been running. And I decided I was going to stay with Odette and Mick. So the three of us were ahead of everybody. We'd been running along. I was going quite well, trying to keep up with these two guys. And then we got to the Wentworth Falls. You do a little ascent up to the main road, and then you were gone. Odette I could just about see her. And I felt I was trudging through the desert. The sun was beating down. The road was just never ending. It's probably only about a kilometre away from there. But to me, I didn't know when the end was.
Right.
I thought you may have gone off on a shortcut or something. And it's like, how do these guys do this? I've got to. And you just keep going and going. And
you get there.
Yeah, you do. And that was nearly 2 years ago, 2 years ago now.
Yeah, look at you now.
I know. Yeah, and it's good. You just keep going, keep doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Well,
worst running experience?
Worst
for me, Mount Solitary. Mount Solitary Marathon. Do not do it. It's a killer. Mount Solitary in itself is enough, but then the marathon. I've had 2 goes at it, and it's killed me both times.
I've not actually been up to Mount Solitary. Every time they did it, the guys did it twice this year. First of all on Danielle, my eldest daughter's birthday, and then they decided to do it a month later. No, sorry, the other way around. First of all on George's birthday in January, and then they did it a month later on Danielle's birthday.
Right. Okay. Yeah. They were great days.
Yeah. So, but that was just the Trailblazers one. But I still want to do it with them, because at least then there's no pressure. But there's so many places and runs we want to do. Yeah. So, thanks, Mick.
No, pleasure.
Cheers.
All right, Steve.
And
keep going.
Yes.
Right.
Happy days.
Cheers.
So everybody, just Sydney Scenic Trails. Click on the button below to see the trails we do, and there's a email notification button click thing you can tick right at the bottom of the page of this blog. And we have, who do we have next week? So we have probably, I will have to let you know another time. I'm trying to think.
Right.
Oh, Caroline. Sorry, no, I can't forget Caroline.
Oh, wow.
So Caroline Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
yes, Caroline runs with the Trailblazers as well. Caroline has recently done the Oxfam 100k walk with 3 of her buddies, and they do that every year. Now Caroline also, she did the 100k in the UTA, Ultra Trail Australia, last year. She decided that because she can do the Oxfam 100k in 24 hours, the 100k, the Oxfam's walking, that the cut-off time for the UTA is something like 28 hours, I think. So she knew she could walk it if she had to.
Right.
So she ran it and she did it. And next year, Caroline is doing. Actually, I'm spoiling the interview.
You are.
We'll tell you all about it next time. So tune in, click the links, like us on Facebook,